there was a similar dish in France in that time because France was kind of, I would say, the head country in cooking in 19th century and also in 18th century. But there was a quite glorious event when this guy, Duke of Wellington, after the defeated Napoleon in Waterloo in 1815. And so that I would say English chefs quite stole the recipe from the French chefs, and they named it after the Arthur. So I would say that he was compensated for defeating Napoleon and had some prize for that. But it's quite surprising that he was kind of indifferent to food. He didn't like to eat at all. But he liked only beef. So now I will tell you something about ingredients that you need for this recipe. The most important ingredient is of course meat, which is the 1 kilogram of beef fillet, and it is sirloin, which is the part of the cow that is on the back of the cow behind the spine. And it is only one small piece of meat. That's because it's the most expensive. Of course, you will need some salt and pepper, olive oil, 400 grams of mushrooms, and 200 grams of chestnuts. This is a type of recipe which is made on Christmas in England, so that's why chestnuts are there. You will need 12 slices of Parma ham or prosciutto, as you like, what else you can buy. 500 grams of puff pastry, 2 egg yolks, which are supposed to be beaten, of course, and yellow mustard. For another seasoning, we will need thyme and garlic, and all-purpose flour is just for making your hands say more smooth, that you don't stick with hands to meat. So, then we come to the longest part of this presentation, which is the method. I don't know if you can see it properly, but I will try to describe it. So first of all, what you need is trim of any excess fat and also silver skin from the meat, because all you need is just the perfect meat, and you don't want any fat there because it would be disgusting for many people, I know. But all you gotta do is just season it with salt and pepper. Now what is important that you gotta sear the meat. You mustn't cook it, because if you cook it, the meat becomes dry and it will not be as good as it would be if you just sear it. So just sear it for 5 minutes. You need a really hot pan, and be sure that you use sides of the pan so you can borrow. Yeah, that's the case. So when you have the back side of the pan, you gotta make sure you use sides of the pan so you sear every side of the meal properly. And what it does, it closes up the meat and it doesn't spill out any juices that are inside the meat. So after that, you just put it on a plate and brush it lightly with yellow mustard, and of course use English mustard or some kind of, I don't know, this mustard, any mustard you like, but you mustn't use French mustard. You know why. And what it does now, that just absorbs the heat from the mustard, and meat again closes up and absorbs the flavor of the mustard. So after this, you put it in a fridge and let it rest for about 5 minutes. Now, what you gotta do is prepare duck sauce, which is the filling for the beef Wellington. And that's the way you will do it. You just put just 400 grams of mushrooms in the blender, add a little bit of chopped garlic, and season it with salt and pepper. And of course, you would let the blender do its work. After it's mixed up, you will see you can add chestnuts. Well, if you don't like chestnuts, you can add any other nuts, but chestnuts are special for that they don't hard chestnuts, and you will mix it up again. Now, as you can see, you have the filling prepared, but you will need to dry it off because the filling is really moist, and it would wet your puff pastry if you didn't dry it. So all you're gonna do is put it in a pan. You don't need as much hot as you need as hot as let's say. Never mind. Just put it in a pan and dry it off. You will see after 5 minutes or so that the water will be coming to the top, and after 5 or 6 minutes, also you will see that the color will go a little bit darker of this filling. So when it's done, you just add a few leaves of thyme, stir it, and let it rest again for 5 minutes. This is the most important thing, part of this presentation, I would say, and that is the wrapping the beef. First thing you're gonna do is to overlap the Parma ham. You just put each slice of ham next to each other, and you make sure that you overlap them, so that makes that the Parma ham will I would say overlap the whole meat, so it doesn't. So what it does, it contains all the juices in the meat. Now you have your Parma ham set up. You just spread the filling across the whole Parma ham. Make sure you use back of the spoon, so you won't, I would say, disrupt the structure of the Parma ham. Now, finally, you will lay the beef in the middle of everything, and you will wrap the beef. For wrapping, use I don't think you can see, but this is a plastic wrap. Maybe every one of you has it at home. I don't know. But just wrap it and twist it nicely and thinly, like you would be twisting a bonbon. It's like that's the way we will do it. So we wrap it, and again you will put it in the fridge for about 10 minutes, so it contains the shape. Jeez. So you will prepare the puff pastry, and again put. Of course, you have to wrap off the beef of the plastic, but you put it in the middle. You wrap it again, and again. All you gotta do is trim off any excess pastry, so you can twist the ends together.